Searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Birds chirping and I hear my name, grasping into a life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah. Lion's gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah.
Hey guys, we're back again, guys. Let's go, Genshin in the house. We'll continue with the Fontaine Archon quest, guys. After that, we'll also do Stardale, guys. Let's go, Genshin. Okay. Yeah, Act 3, that's the only thing that we can do here. Zoro, welcome back, bro. Okay, let's continue with our Archon quest. For Natlan, we have to do so many things. Don't tell me it will return back to that. Oh, goodness. Thank God.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you...
No, we're not leaving. Were you always guarding this?
Yes, after the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone... So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from...
I doubt there was much opportunity then either. How can you be so sure?
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. But still, I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. We Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So,
Melusine.
it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This will be useful
Okay.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we?
Understood.
Let's go see,
Then
shall
I
we?
will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making...
Very good. Thanks for being...
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm...
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem... Sorry, I got a little... And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine.
Oh, new help?
Well, let's just say we're tagging along.
Okay.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Below stage. Okay.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic, remembering the details of a trick.
Weren't there balloons and other decorations here?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still...
The back? You mean the inside
If a
of the
big
door?
F.
What's
Guilty.
different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get? Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you... The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2... See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the...
Precisely.
Okay.
The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be...
Right! You were talking that whole time! And you even...
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown...
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant.
I mean, we are twins. And that's my
Do you
favorite part of this
follow
trick.
One Piece manga?
Only Lynette and I can perform it.
One Piece आजकल नहीं हो रहा है भाई.
So that's
Currently,
how it
I'm not
worked. Wow.
seeing One Piece, bro.
Every detail you revealed was
Either I'm
more
watching
amazing than the
or
last.
reading the manga. Both.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping in, and then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. But as you saw,
bad.
Cal was in the box.
Welcome
our
back,
audience
Piku.
member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing... And yet,
To think that someone was able... Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more...
This is the scene of the crime. So Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort...
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay. First of all,
What's this?
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
Perhaps it was a prop for a
a
different
different
trick.
trick.
Whatever it is.
Okay.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why?
Oh, Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks, and here's a broken vase.
That...
Okay.
What is this place?
It seems someone could fit through here.
Alone, perhaps.
But there are no other ways in or out of here. Oh, you're right! Let Paimon write that down.
Okay, the clothing.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady... Her clothes are here. But
Right. And, this is so confusing. Paimon doesn't... Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Okay, there are so many clues we have got.
yes, let's head back. Well, we've ascertained the state of the... Let's find a place to sort out...
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards
Demoiselle.
say? Did the criminal escape?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was found hiding there.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
The plot thickens. Halsey's... No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current...
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some
Charges and then trial. So if the charge...
That's right. This is how a trial goes. That's right. This is how... The statements from both sides, that if... To put it simply, it's as if the...
This also precludes any kind...
Once both sides have finished speaking, then, finally, the
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually...
In practice, there is very little difference. Yes, the
Okay.
guards also asked me to convey that none of us will... Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside... And even if that were not so, it could...
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa, there's no...
Of course. I just hope you...
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. I mean, what better way to properly think through...
Breaking out, so just kidding. Paimon was...
What do you mean?
Huh?
Understood, demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the demoiselles.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at...
Good work,
Okay.
you two. Then I'll...
These three are quite the interesting group.
Spina dorsula. Handle the ingredient pull freshly macarons out of the oven. Oh, macarons.
Paimon thought it smelled good. From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during
A
the
lot of
baking
macarons.
process. But you ended up doing the entire
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging.
Paimon was just thinking.
Well, I don't underestimate beating egg weights, by the way. Anyway, give these a try. Fresh.
Only 3?
3 different markings.
Well, eating too many sweet treats.
Tea is ready to be served as well. No need for concern.
Okay, I like it. Hello bro, can you review my account? Why
Alright
not,
then.
Jordan? Definitely.
However, we can assume that Linny and the magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course.
Exactly.
Oh guys, those who want to review their accounts, guys, just send the UIDs. We'll definitely do UID reviewing.
The flower vase and the thud we heard resulting in the shattering of the vase, that is perhaps the criminal thought that since she was
Paimon thinks that makes sense.
true.
Yes, definitely.
But the only people left to consider are both technically victims.
Huh. Could Halsey?
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the Magic Troop's members.
Okay.
Were we not thorough enough in our search? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case. Your macarons are amazing, though, Navia.
They are my specialty, after all.
What? 5?
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few.
No. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough. Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone and...
All right, we get it. Malus, set up the stove again, if you would.
Huh?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Exactly. We don't...
As you wish, there was.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
Bro.
Wow, this
Okay.
Well, that's it for snack time. I don't know what we're looking for. It would
Are you
be
able to see my
awkward if
UID?
you
Yes,
all
I have
took
seen your
time on
UID,
stage
Jordan.
during the trial.
Just let me complete this conversation. After that, I'm seeing your account.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go.
Spina di Rosula. Silver Melus.
I'll be back if I find anything new.
Alright, it's time to put our heads together. We've got... Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare. Here, take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
Welcome, Daily. Welcome, bro. Welcome, Daily. Welcome. Okay. Jordan, your UID. And a lot of people are playing this time of the day. 35 028 0.4. We are 58. Dragon's Bane 54 to 17. Good.
Billy Churl, silly.
Artifact 4 piece Crimson Witch. That's good. Not bad. That's a quite good build as an F2P. That's a quite good F2P build we're having for her. Hutao. Now here you're using Vardic, that's good. 4 piece Nighttime Echoing Oats, that's good. Okay. Sorry. The only thing you need now is to focus on her A skill and an ultimate for Navia. Rather than, yeah, Navia's build is also very good. That's a very good Navia build we're having. San Mario, welcome San Mario. Welcome bro. Favonius Barbo R3, that's good. 65 160 good. 203 energy recharge. 4 piece emblem. Not bad. That's a good Yellen build also you're having. Shenham, Yisui, Windspear, good. 21, okay, yeah, full attack focused. Good enough. 2 piece Gladiator with full attack. Yeah, as expected. Shenha build also very good. That's a good Shenha build you're having there. But energy is just low to get her ultimate back. Visage. Okay, this is the Visage. Okay, sub DPS Nahida. Good enough. That's a good Nahida build. That's a good Nahida build. Raiden, Skyward Spine, R1, 64, 168, good. 261 energy recharge, good enough. Are using double attack, that is good. Yeah, using attack Goblin instead of electro damage Goblin. Good. The Raiden build also very good. Ayaka, Kageuchi are using, good. You need crit shit here, we crit damage. 32 to 40. Not bad, not bad. That's good. Zhongli. Backleaf full arm, okay. Sub DPS build Zhongli. Don't go for sub DPS build Zhongli, rather go for full HP. That will be better. Go for full HP. That will be a better choice for Zhongli than going for sub DPS. Even I used to have sub DPS build for my Zhongli, but HP is much more better than sub DPS. Other than the rest of the build you are having are good. Those are good builds you are having. The only thing is that Senha's energy recharge is low to get back her ultimate. Okay, that is a little bit concerning. Other than that, Mr. Totally good.
Sword and extension of the duelist spirit. If your heart recoils in fear, then your sword may as well be.
Or price mechanics de-analysis cardinal.
In its scabbard, because you will not wield it effectively against your foe.
What will you do with damage Zhongli? Your choice, bro. If you want to keep Zhongli as a sub DPS, you can definitely keep it. No problem in that.
Good plan. Impossible.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we
The overall
do.
sales trend of Zhongli's sale will be lower than
Thanks,
expected, bro.
Nadia. Well, we'll be going now.
Beta way, welcome beta. Our Conquest Fountain. This is
of
the
luck
first
to you.
one. Act 1. Chapter 5, Act 1, our Conquest. This is the trial one I'm doing.
Finally, you're back. Well, how did you...
To be honest,
No, we're already very...
Well now, don't you all look disappointed? That was to be expected, of course. But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should...
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session.
Okay, there are so many people.
Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident,
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
thank you, Mr. Linney. You ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime.
Yes, that's correct.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying.
Wow, that's some
There is
acting.
no way you could have been in the box the whole...
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I...
Oh, is that so?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so...
Huh?
hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside.
I was right by the box, and I definitely heard the thud.
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my found. Tell me, aren't you
The House of the Hearth?
No wonder they did something.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just a...
That's
Okay.
irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infight. Oh, good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
Hey, Linny!
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, first, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Are these claims true? Please answer my...
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true.
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
What should we do now?
Granted. In that case, what is your request?
Is that really necessary?
The defendant deceived their own attorneys.
Order! Order! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn.
So you would stick to Miss... In that case, my
Okay.
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Paimon, just we based our entire reasoning on not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon...
I'm very sorry. I know you've clashed with the Fatui several times, but our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to. Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too, but still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am...
Sorry.
Well, you both say that, but... Right, let's hear your answer.
Of course. I'll answer. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that why you needed a home...
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, which should have been impossible, of course, I was that voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't... After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of... But, like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to...
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
for giving us a
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a serious. Huh?
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating...
That took long enough. At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective. As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel. When the flatbed trolley passed, he did not realize that this... Finally, he used the vase to knock her out. At this time, Cowell arrived, so Linney proceeded to knock afterward. Linney passed. And there you have it.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina's...
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events. What Linney experienced and what he saw.
Okay, Toby, can you check my cat? Yes, yes, definitely. Wait. Linus Turkey. Okay. Attacked hazily.
According to Linney, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He...
Voice in the voicemail code chamber.
Linney went to the room. Linney did not take part in the underground altercation.
Bro.
He only witnessed traces of the aftermath.
Attention! Ace the Detective Paimon has something to say! When the countdown started, Linny did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again. And in order to complete the magic trick, he did not finally, he reached the surface. And that was when the accident happened from his point. Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to say all that! Oh, wasn't it awesome?
In other words, you believe that he knew.
That's right!
My reasoning?
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Oh, they have a point.
That's right, you tell him!
And that's why they're partners.
Oh, well, your denial is very strident, I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims? Of course I do. You're saying that he wasn't.
Which is the reason Linny wasn't in the tunnel when the crime took place. Strange sound during the magic show.
That's right! Linny wasn't it. This means that when the crime happened, Linny had already entered the basement via the vent. The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the
Well, to think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant.
Huh? That can't be right. Are you serious?
Oh, is that
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to
Okay. Interfere with the crime scene. This will be.
No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time.
It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well. The sound we heard may have come from... No one entered or left the opera. The deceased's name is Cowl. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? It would have been tough for both people to fit. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. No one entered or left the opera house through its entrance. It would have been tough for both people to... No one entered or left...
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still...
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick as it transpired, the...
If only we knew how Halsey
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3... And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know.
Excuse...
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that... The sound we heard may have... The deceased's name is Cow. The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water...
Got it.
Paimon gets it! It all comes together. Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed...
How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick. Magic tricks are ultimate.
Even so, the truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may... Since Cal was the deceased, but given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings.
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end...
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more... Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased, Cowell.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are... water from the primordial sea.
The primordial sea?
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice. The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject. As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You've got to be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your part?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order! It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects
Bro,
has yielded
Alpha,
some
welcome
surprising
back, bro.
results.
Okay,
But we
this is
cannot
something.
yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that guards, please continue examining Mr. Linney. It appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence.
Of course. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from...
The deceased's name is... Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was instead some form of triggering mechanism. The water from the primordial...
Okay, this is taking a new turn.
I remember there was something else within the inner... Lynette was in the magic box on stage. I remember there was some...
Okay, Fontaine Co's most iconic. Yes. Here's something.
It's aced it in the original plan. Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope, and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing...
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person?
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances
The
that
girl
led to
is
Cowell's death.
still alive.
His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence. I shall now invite him on stage to share...
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case, and we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linney's personal effects.
What?
That can't be.
Does this not clear? My dear citizen, Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did, having made modifications, but upon his return, ultimately, he knocked now as much. Am I right?
We've used up all the evidence we collected. There's no... Is this the end of the road?
Oh no! Seems using the water as new
I think we've all... I believe this is indeed the finale! Now then, my good...
Excuse me, everyone, but...
Miss, I must ask you not to...
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared.
What in the world?
No offense, miss, but miracles...
Come on now, don't be silly. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale? Come on, Linny and Lynette. But as the magic makers and stars of the show...
I understand.
And voila!
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So, the whole thing about people dissolving...
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my... I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me. And that...
That'll teach you to...
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowell.
What?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt. I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away.
Hey! No wonder you look familiar! Liddy even mentioned that you were...
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then he even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, is it? So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costume. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside.
Can a person even hide in there?
But I swear, I didn't know. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put...
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to...
Okay.
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lily Ann's attempt to break out when she was frightened. The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lily Ann and Cowell. Lily Ann was
Man, this girl is a fair stealer. The god is also a culprit. This god is also a culprit, okay?
Having been selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel. He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine. Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lillian back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but with no way of escaping, she changed... She gardens.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses.
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Ah, so that...
Bravo!
Now then, Lady Farina. Please answer the question, Lady Farina.
What are you No, I have no further argument.
Wow, look at that!
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of the actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Liliane. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box. Liliane, according to her own statements, then... As for Linny, he was in the underground. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that... While there is much in Linny and Liliane's conduct, this case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision. As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Great work.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake.
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but I'm sure you know what you must do.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way...
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, therefore you would be wise to tell everything you...
Yes! Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent more off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about.
And now he can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Bro. Yes. Wait, Tanay.
That's...
Traveler, Paimon, please wait.
That was really something.
I know you may not want to speak to me right now, but still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end. Even I guess. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motive. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because that was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
Bro, their linear Lynette is related to Arlecchino. Okay. Okay.
The knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your—
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story? It's about back when our parents first died. Lynette, to survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me I took my sister through several
this your
streets
second account? Yes,
until
this is
we
my
found a
second
crowded
account.
corner. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for it. Before long, an aristocrat
Adapted,
came
bro.
to me
Not real.
and claimed that he
They're
wished to
adapted.
take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just—
That was how we felt at first, too. As if fate, but I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner it.
That doesn't seem too bad either.
It took a while for me to realize just how, after one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette, I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as—
Oh no. But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with—
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escape. I managed to ferret out the location of them. All I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood.
So, she'd already taken—
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement. Father, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so the House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, I was hesitant to trust her, but she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth?
She has her own plans. She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis' power when she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
So, she believes in that—
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis. Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed everyone at Hotel Bouffe d'été, including to us orphans, the only connection—
So, from small deeds like—
It's all right. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, if you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me.
Bye, Linny!
No, I didn't do the quest. I never begin the quest in my first and second account, both. After patch, I guess after the start of Fontaine, okay, I stopped playing the Archon quest, okay. After the start of Fontaine, properly I stopped playing the Archon quest. For that reason, currently in both accounts it is not completed yet.
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us, Navi?
Well, this whole thing isn't
Before
exactly
entering
over,
Natlan,
is
I
it?
have to complete both
I
of
do
these.
feel that we're getting... Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
Besides, are you sure we're— And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there's—
I see. Sorry. I might...
Don't say that now.
Aw, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new waters Sorry about that. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal?
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way, anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too...
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm if Boss Navi is—
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we...
All right then, let's have our farewell—
Okay, Act 1 complete. That's what's good. That was good. Okay. Can you check my characters? Some are still being 866534260 and 26534 Okay. Novelite, Monzero Luminate, Artifact. Yeah, that's a very good build for nobility you're having. Father. Where is the mother? If it is the father. Only father and no mother. 65203. Okay. Try to see if you can take the crit rate above 70. Okay, that will be even better. Okay. 4-piece gladiator using, that's good. You need a better pyro damage bonus artifact with better crit rate crit damage. Then your crit rate will go well beyond 70. $53, $120, you need higher crit damage here. At least try to see if you can take the crit damage to 150, that will be better for Nahida. If you are totally building her as a sub DPS. Then I would suggest instead of going for sacrificial fragment, use Visit here. Okay. Instead of sacrificial, you Visit. And you're using double EM, that's fine, use that. Then lower the elemental mastery and go for a crit damage catalyst. Then she will be a proper overall sub DPS. Even though we will have good amount of crit rate, the critting in damage will be not that great. Then use that one on Nahida. That will give you a lot of, I guess, crit damage. Yeah, and if I'm not wrong, Kagura's Viridity's passive will also work with Nahida, more or less. This good, good. Double HP are using, that's good. Good build. Corina's build is good. Okay, okay. You need a better attack sense. You need 4-piece Vermilion here. Why are you using only 2-piece? If you are using 2-piece Hunter set, then use another 2-piece. Instead of using this Hunter set, go with a Gladiator. Then you will have 2-piece Gladiator and 2-piece Hunter. That will be better. And there is no need to use Hunter here. What will you do with normal attack damage? Go for 2-piece attack percentage increase. Either that or 2-piece Anemo damage with 2-piece attack or 4-piece Vermilion. Any 3 of these choices. Okay. Anyone among these 3 choices. The set bonus choice is really bad. You need to make huge changes on Shao overall. Okay. You can just keep this Anemo damage goblet and need to change the rest. Because of the high crit rate it is having, you can keep this one and just change the rest. Tayo, yes, Tayo, Miko, yes, why not? No, definitely. I use 2-piece attack, 2-piece Anemo. Then go for that also. Yeah. Slowly go for that. That will also do. Yeah, just as I told you. Anyone will work very good with Shao overall. Okay, you are building Miko. You are building Yoimiya. For Yoimiya, it is best suggested to use Sivanawa 4-piece. Okay. It is suggested to use Sivanawa. That is the best choice for our overall. Don't go for 2-piece attack. Rather go with Sivanawa. Because Sivanawa will boost overall a normal attack damage by a lot than this 2-piece attack. Because naturally you will increasing an attack here, but Sivanawa will increase it even further. So overall your normal attack will increase more or less by more than 100%. Which is better for Yoimiya overall. because she mainly deals damage to her normal attack. You are using, okay, that's a good build for Layla you are having. That's a good build, not bad, not bad. You are using 4-piece tenacity, that's very good. With triple HP, good. Not bad, not bad. Good Layla build. Shangling, catch R1. Be sure to defend the catch to R5. C4. That's quite a decent build you're having even for Shangling. That's a quite decent build. Taiho, your. If any other person who wants to review the UIDs, guys, just send the UIDs. We'll definitely do UID reviewing, guys. Okay. And guys, those are new to the channel, like in the stream, guys. Be sure to like and sub the channel, guys. Just few more sub need to 860, guys. We can definitely reach 860. Just 2 more sub needed, guys. We can definitely do it. Okay. Hmm, 82 to 10. That's good. Pagoda's variety. That's very good. Artifact 4-piece glide it. Why are you using 4-piece glide it? Okay. For maximizing our overall elemental mastery to maximize overall aggravate damage. Okay, to maximize the overall aggravate damage to reaction, you are using 4-piece glide it. Fine. Fine. C5. Okay. Good. That's a good Yaimiko build, sorry. That's a good Yaimiko build. Yeah, even I am using Kaguya's variety with Yaimiko, but my Yaimiko is C0. The second stream Genshin. Doing the Archon quest, bro. No. Timing I will not do Valorant. The thing is, bro, I am not getting that much audience with Valorant that I am getting with Genshin. I'm getting far more better audience with Genshin, Weathering and Startle than what I'm getting for Valorant. Bully fruit. They bully everyone.
Check this out.
Into the shadows.
$191. Crown. Oh, I have to need to take her Lightfall to level 9 if possible. Bully foot. So chapter 4 act 2. Now check my Nahida. Abhishek, yes Abhishek, why not? Definitely. Send the UID, I will check your Nahida build. Of which rock?
We cannot just rely on the ocean's self-healing ability.
Nahida. Al-Habibi. 54 170, that's good. Weapon are using 1000 protein, that's very good. Using the signature weapon. Rendo damage bonus, okay, good. Okay, you need a beta elemental mastery sciencer with beta crit damage. Beta crit damage. Crit rate is good, you need beta crit damage here. With crit rate close to at least 9 or 6. Then you will have crit damage well beyond 180. That will be even better for Naida. Otherwise, that's not a bad build for a time being you are having for Naida, bro. That's a good build for Naida as you are having as a sub DPS. Overall, that's a good Naida build you are having for the time being. Clorinde is, it ranges within 17k to 20k. Okay, 17 to 20k the range is. So, give or take, she does more than, I guess, 1 lakh damage. 1 lakh or 1 lakh 20. Let me check it once. But if I'm not wrong, it is well beyond 70. Yeah, it is ranges of 70 to 20k. So it is well beyond 1 lakh. Let me check it once. 17k, 17 to 17.5k damage he deals totally. That I can assure you. But there are some times when it goes well beyond 17k. Including the short damage he does.
I got you covered! Don't get too close!
Justice will prevail!
Ready.
Now it's 14. Okay.
Fire it up!
Loaded.
Without the overload boost.
Check this out!
Without the overload boost is 13. And with the overload is about 17. Yeah. That's what is happening. I need a... Magu Kenki will be the best one over here. Thoma, no, both Thoma is and Savres, both are having lower constellation. Both are having lower constellation. Thoma is constellation C2, Savres is C0. Savres doesn't even have a having her constellation. Okay, and Thoma is just C2. With time, I will definitely get both of their constellation slowly. After getting both of their constellation totally, the overall damage output will be even more for Clorinde. And my facial is around C4. Facial is C4.
Supporting fire! Fire it up!
Hands where I can see them!
Into the shadows.
Don't get too close!
By royal decree,
Here's backup!
justice will prevail!
Fire it up!
Loaded.
14. 11, 14. Okay, timing is staying at 14.
Stop right there!
Not bad, not bad. Oh, I guess the 1720 is during the domain of the... No, currently then I will say it's around... Yeah, 14 to 15k. That's the domain overall power I'm getting. So it's around 14 to 15k, okay. Vargil, wanna see how much it does this boss?
I came here several times with my father when I was little. But
So
stopped
it's around
eating here as
14 to
often after
15k.
growing up.
Yeah, close to 1 lakh.
The food here will...
Oh, don't worry.
I guess overall
in that
damage. Close to 1 lakh, or it can be even more than 1 lakh because there are multiple around 10,000 damage, more than.
So good.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food...
And if it's...
Well,
Yeah. Sure have your own... Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but...
Oh, true.
Speaking of cases,
Hmm.
do you think...
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward.
If it hadn't happened right in front of...
Right? Yet it was...
Ugh. If only that guy...
In such investigations, even the smallest step can
Can be
seem
seen
like
as
a
a
yawning
yawning
chasm
chasm.
if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability. It's just that a different perspective is required in some matters. It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough. Which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exists. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist. To seep into the cracks where filth falls through, where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve.
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are.
It's all right. Well, this was supposed to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further interest in this business, right? Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
That's true. We didn't have a chance.
I see. So, I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina.
Oh.
We've heard that she's
Well,
guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you.
well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax, and I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager. All right. Here, I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do
That
Bro.
might work, but that's...
valid point. All right, no more joking around. Perhaps you could...
And guys, those who want to review their UIDs, guys,
Cut the
they
line
can
when
definitely
she's on
send
a
their
break.
UIDs. We'll definitely do UID reviewing.
You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Why don't we give it a try after this meal?
Huh?
Was...
No, it's fine.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't...
Is that so? Huh. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay.
Yeah, we're stuffed.
Just a sec, guys.
Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore.
As for expenses that...
Hey, Navia! What are you doing?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon.
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in any case, I'm...
See ya!
Okay, as light rain falls without reason. Our second quest. So how much we have accumulated? 90.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Aranus might have been the...
Vache.
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Are you here?
Vache?
Hey! Why are you still walking towards it? There might be... Huh? Hang on. Hey! Traveler? Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Vache, are you... my dear Vache? No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know... Wait, my memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten? Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water, and then all grew dim. I also no matter where I went, Vache would go with me.
Vache? Who is this Vache?
I knew how dearly he loved me, and I also loved him equally as much.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, Vasheri was from Sejinaya. Okay, they came in contact with primordial sea and sea got dissolved into water in front of him. Bro.
But now, we can no longer go back. No! Our reunion no longer has any meaning. The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten. If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me. Perhaps that is so. As I was if only I could have comforted him. Told him that I did not suffer. Is that what you call it? It was a state of neither fear. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for... I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go. Farewell, then.
Okay. Okay, that is something.
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex. Clorinde?
She is using Iron Sting. Okay. Clorinde is using Iron Sting.
Quick, now's our chance!
And Navia is using White Blind. Okay, this is something. Oh, that is something.
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Clorinde. But before I do so,
I followed you.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is...
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust.
Do not speak of my father!
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorinde, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish...
Sorry, I did not...
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you. But I believe that the mastermind behind this... Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
I'm sure they've known about... And what about these Gardamex? I thought...
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via elite...
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and...
I will continue investigating, no matter what. Regardless, thank you for your help.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorinde was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a little.
I know, she's...
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done. Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious. Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorinde who came out to save us too! We got...
Oh, come now. Forget as such. We're still...
It will take 50...
If it were me, I would have joined.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger?
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Huh? Really? Huh?
Yes. All thanks to you,
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when that the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky. Fanta only comes in sweet flavors, so how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes. So if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak.
Huh. Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger and hurried here as quickly as I...
But why would they go after us too?
Oh, well, you did foil a plan that they were Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial sea?
Well, it can't be a coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too. But it was real faint. Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people?
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
New intel? While you...
Well, let's hear it, shall we? Oh. Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, but he never gave testimony or any information regarding people. Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate. Oh, you mean you...
Well, you did say that our... And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not.
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so
Okay.
pleased.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, we also have some plans to go over.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our
Not bad. Peanut di Rosula. Strongy hold. Okay, where is the stronghold now? Let us visit the stronghold. The stronghold's under Fontaine.
It's right up ahead.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted it.
Very good.
I shall find room.
Thank you, Malus. Now.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. I messed up with the stronghold.
So, this is your base?
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the
Well, our funds have been... After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who...
Seems like it's tough times for everyone.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago.
Your father... He would...
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me...
No. I'll explain it myself. My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Cat. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor, instead of standing trial.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial... But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he... 3 years later, how could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, the closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating...
so that's why...
That's right. However, I believe I must know what really happened. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died, and now here I am investigating his death.
Demoiselle, please.
Okay, Zekrom is... Why not Zekrom? Just send a UID, I will do the account
I
review.
will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. Master
Wait a sec,
Callus
guys.
did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our
Wait! If Callus was such a good man...
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama.
Okay. Just let me complete the conversation. After that, I'm seeing your
People
UID.
from Fontaine. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf.
But how could... never mind.
There is one other thing.
Oh, her? Well, yeah. That's not the sort...
Miss Clorinde has always placed... She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but there was only ever one...
It's not that I don't understand.
Don't worry, Navia.
Afterward, Miss Clorinde told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety. Yes, that is our understanding.
Oh, Papa. All right. Anyway, that's the thanks.
Yeah.
Please, relax and get some sleep.
Paimon slept, huh? Navia?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
Paimon gets the feeling they... but never mind that.
No, I just returned after going out for a while.
Wait, so you...
How could...
guess...
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been... I suspect that... No. There, and that is the archives kept by... If the... Oh, see...
So Nervalette mean... In that case, let's go talk...
No.
Okay, go to the Chief Justice office. Okay, let's go to the Chief Justice office.
The Palais is right up ahead.
Before that, let me see your UID. 89311691. Excalibur. Alliance Road you're using. Why using Alliance Road? Rather is best use that one. That is Kagotsu no Kageuchi. Use Kageuchi. That will be a better weapon for Ayato than Lion's Road. You need higher crit rate here, and also good crit damage also you need. You are using 4-piece gladiator, that is good enough. Oh, I guess it overall adventure and you are already 52. Then why are you using this one, purple artifacts instead of gold one? You need a better crit rate with crit damage. Same here, better crit damage. Same goes for the hydro, also the attack and the feather. Overall, you need better artifacts for your Ayato. Ferryman. Not bad. Fine. Good enough. Timing good enough, but you need to make it even better. Okay. Ultimate Overlord Mecha you're using. Okay, good enough. Yeah, you need better crit damage. A lot of crit damage you need. Overall artifact you need to use 4-piece. If you're using Furina with her, then you can definitely use Hunter set. Otherwise, 4-piece nighttime is the best choice for her. Okay, 4-piece nighttime Equine Woods is the best choice for her. And there is no need to build Diluc. Okay, there is no point in building Diluc. You can build Shangling with 4-piece emblem you need with better crit damage. Bennett also you need 4-piece Noblesse Oblige. Good. With energy recharge you need on the substance. Weapon instead of prototype Rancwood, use Sapwood Blade. That is a far more better choice than prototype. Okay. And also Favonius. Before getting Skyward Blade. Because overall as a 4-star weapon, Sapwood Blade has a higher base attack. And also Sapwood will give you energy recharge. And remember one more thing, never take Benny to C6, always keep Benny at C5.
In my role as champion duelist, my opinion...
Oh, nothing happened.
I hope the weather's nice like this tomorrow as well. Weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
Bro, that is something. If we can divert NPCs overall pathway. Okay. Fine. Let's get back to the main quest. There's a room over here. There's a room over here also. Okay, we have to visit the Chief Justice office.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters. Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who...
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell. If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit.
No. What I meant to say is...
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steam...
We're here today to report and archive some information.
Is that even a...
Of course. Don't worry.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is...
Thanks so much.
Man, Ekla and still not complete content yet. No, bro. Okay, only one people is here. Eminem. Oh, there are two more. Cornelia and...
These newcomers are full of enthusiasm.
Okay, that's the only one we got. By far. Okay, by far that's the only book we have got. Come in.
Please come in.
Novelette. Monsieur.
We only like to get in because...
More like mosquito.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
So you're not mad at us?
We're looking for a man called Vache. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearance.
Ah, I see. In that case, please...
Who knew that Novelette would be so easy to talk to?
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vache has been in... There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so? All right then.
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus...
And what are you trying to say? Are you trying to console me? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you. Even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human... If you truly regret my father, why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why everything was hanging on a thread? There are still so many things I never... If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia...
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep... It's not so much that you can't feel. Oh well. In any case, my apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Bro, that was really emotional. There was some emotional attack.
Navia.
I'm fine. Rain. It's raining.
You're
right. Wasn't it still so...
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it...
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait.
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water and then got washed away with the rain? Yeah. And if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to the...
I really think I found a true genius for a part. All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to...
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for...
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to... All right, then I'll wait for you.
Okay, अब फाउंटेन दिल्ली का एक्सपीरियंस देखा.
Whoa! What a huge ship! Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
There's no need to be so surprised. While it may look like a ship, my father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps our taste in exterior design, a gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di
Okay,
Rosula's
this is
bright and limitless future.
Navia's home.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Paimon was confused why a group was set. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula be...
Yeah, I have never ventured this far in this area.
I'm just saying, if you play with fire, you're gonna get burned.
Yep. They might have it good for a while, but it ain't gonna last.
Maloose, we're back!
Apologies for the wait. You said before that you still had some business at the...
About that. It's because my partner here reminded me of something really important. You see what? You still remember, right, Malus? On that night, it was...
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call...
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain popularity in Poisson. At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood.
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water...
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as... And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety, while as he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse, and...
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath. But no matter how much they threatened or bribed, not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind behind the synth operation.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. So he could never get anything out of the dealers. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers in secret and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, the man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed. That night, my father hosted a banquet, but then we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father.
Huh? How did that happen?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious, but neither appeared to have any Looking back on it, though, I now believe precisely. But, considering it now, it's almost... You're right. We still don't know what happened. But
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful. I think this third person is probably the key to the full... On that note, however, even though our opponent is insidious and cruel, even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace. And we have been allowed to live out our... There is no need to follow your father.
If that's indeed what he wished for, was I not the closest person to him? What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he... Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina di Rosula is barely getting... Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death? And live out my life just as meaningless? I've never accepted that. Ever. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's...
Navia.
This is indeed the best moment to...
So you do know something else, Malus?
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection, but what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, Demoiselle, had been selected as...
What?
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live, and the serial disappearances case caused him great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on... But as long as you remained safe, he would not share the... If something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about synth and the discipline.
Right, so nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle...
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look...
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful were still far...
So he chose to die in silence.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly.
Bro, this is really emotional.
What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol, but a sword. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No. He might have set up everything precisely because... Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. In this case... Malus, what was the key evidence that he...
It's the location where synth is produced. When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating evidence he found. But if you want to use it against the enemy, you'll
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storm?
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and there's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount. The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed.
Then, in that case, why not
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case. We have no idea just...
That's true, but things are different now.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into...
I am the butler, after all. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk.
Thank you for all of that, Malus.
Let me think. When I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few. If the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors packed up after several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, the first is Florent, Spina di Rosula's senior advisor.
Huh? Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted them. Thanks to his position within Boss's innermost circle, he always knew our upcoming plans and could thus... There's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. Boss helped it to grow to its current size. In the beginning, they were only...
So, they're like a sister organization?
Yes, you can say that. When we were fighting against the synth dealers, they provided us with plenty of support. It's a bit difficult to imagine someone you...
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula and the guards. Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities we have to report to the local authorities. Since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities, he could theoretically always plan one step ahead.
I see. These are all people who I communicate with quite regularly. To think that the enemy we've been fighting against has...
If you want to investigate them, please take
Of course.
You're too kind, my lady. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence would also mean clearing him of... After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. If it might help, you could also pay...
Oh, thank you so much, Mel.
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work together.
Okay.
It is settled, then. Please excuse me, and...
Thank you for arranging everything for us, Malus.
Better I skip to Genshin Impact only.
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time. After what happened, I didn't know how I was supposed to face the...
If it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of
please get to Clorinde, please. Yes,
Aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can understand the...
You don't understand at all.
I didn't know how to face you. Because I didn't know what I could possibly. I know. Only the full truth could bring.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry all that. On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less.
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he accepted it almost immediately. He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
They found out?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be on.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two. I don't know that for sure, but you... Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callis had... Even if he fired the shot that...
But Mama, why is Papa always wanted to be a good man?
Well, things aren't always...
Yeah, Papa was...
Then you should hold on to that. Regardless of whether he left you a parasol...
Oh.
Thank you. For everything you've told me.
Thank you. I'm very... Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really...
You really think so? That's the first...
Bro. Okay, you're fully right, Hassan. You are 56. Good. Harbinger of Dawn you are using on Purina. There is no need to use Harbinger of Dawn. Rather, best go with that one. That is Ferryman. It's better go with Ferryman than Harbinger of Dawn. And you need better stats overall in your artifacts. Yes. Better critical damage here also. This okay. This okay. Okay. You only need a better critical damage in the HP sand, and also better use Ferryman. That will be much better than using Harbinger of Dawn. Okay. Other than it's okay. Not a bad build I having for Purina. Okay, Hassan. That is not a bad build. And guys, those who want to review the UIDs, guys, just send the UIDs.
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Florence should be nearby, and we should...
Okay, this should take us somewhere.
I'll get myself together on the way, so please don't worry.
And guys, yes. Okay. Fine, not okay. And guys, those who want to review the UIDs, guys, just send me UIDs. We'll definitely do UID reviewing.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House.
Yeah, I've heard.
It also reminded me, on the day after my partner here put the dots together for me, can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened?
Let me think. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking much of it. Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring? My first reaction was that Mr. Callis's life was in danger, but when I got there...
So you also remember 2...
Indeed. The guards said that the first shot didn't hit anyone. Reason being, Mr. Callis had left his gun, but according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person.
Oh, another UID. Yes,
left
wait.
At the scene that you mentioned.
Don't spam.
Do you think
Wait.
there was a 3rd person there who was turned in?
At least from our perspective, the gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques, or a 3rd person on the scene.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callus ended up... But hold on. If that's what had happened, then he didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine. And did he lose all faith in the courts?
About that, Malus, I'll tell you everything once the...
I understand. And if I may just say one more thing. Many people have laughed at me for still calling him Mr. Callus. But it was Mr. Callus's trust that no matter what others might say...
Don't worry. I will... You and all our other comrades...
Joy boy, whose aim should be more to get good margin.
Intel is just like teachers. Listen up before we can start.
I have to see one thing. So oh, I see. And where does this one lead? Okay, it led us here.
Another test subject.
Check this out!
Final warning!
Into the shadows.
Replace my hammer. That tingle.
Fire it up!
Drop your weapons!
I got careless.
Ready.
So what is this place? To be precise, around 35,000 mora we have got.
A stroke of good luck, and a very welcome one.
Okay. Here we can do some cooking. This might be some kind of hidden area. Budgeon is bloom plus fire. Yes, yes, bloom plus fire should be more to get good Budgeon. So I hear you suggest have higher EM on the Dendro site. Okay, have higher EM on the Dendro site. That will be much better. So that is something, it goes from here directly to a location over here. That is really something. Gamer, welcome bro, welcome. And guys, those who want to review the UIDs, guys, just send a UIDs. We'll definitely do UID reviewing.
Hey, Thierry, it's me.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure there isn't a...
I mean, Callus did a fantastic... It would be next to him, Pop. Anyway, enough chit-chat. Are these two...
yes. These... What happened at the opera house?
If you want to go through the original files for...
That'd be much appreciated.
Of course. Why do you ask?
Well, you see... So... if you, hypothetically, wanted to do something against me...
If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask that. If you try to make unreasonable, removing a serial number is also... So I can promise you, they're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both. Now that you mention it, though...
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Jokes aside, I'll be staying in the city for...
This quest is good.
Hello. How may I help you?
I'm here to see Marcel.
Sure. I will let him...
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be, so my legs are giving out a...
Oh, it's all right, Uncle. I just wanted to talk to you.
Yes,
Oh, you were at the...
That's right. I also witnessed your marvelous... To beat the Hydro Archon...
Oh, I'm
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation.
Uncle Marcel, you...
Yes, I was reminded of your father's case right away.
Exactly. I still don't have much solid proof, but I can sense that...
Oh, and what makes you say...
We were attacked on Aranus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also, if not for the vigilance of my...
Oh, you're giving us...
Alas, it seems... But rest assured, Navia, if anyone dares to lay...
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. Do you have any new thoughts on my father...
About that. Sorry, the confrérie was responsible for... Then I heard the sound of a gunshot.
Oh, it's okay. No need to...
Sounds good. Just let me know. All my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support.
Okay, what is this? Ponta.
We've talked to all three suspects.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
Anyway, even...
But where should we start? Ah, you're right.
According to Jacques' family member...
if I...
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Ooh, that's a good point.
Huh. So, what would make more sense from his perspective
No, Sam.
would be to turn... Makes sense. But besides
I'm not
Jacques,
sad.
the attack
He's
from the
really
Gardamex
something.
has been bothering me quite a bit as well. It's obvious that our enemy has become...
Gamer.
I think he knew, even then, that we...
Given everything that's happened since, but who among the 3 suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex? Uncle Marcel? And with funds from the Confrérie, he could also afford a large... Still really hard for me to imagine, though. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of more... Florent? But...
So you're saying he...
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, I don't think he would be... Thierry, you say? But...
Yeah. If the mecha were taken...
Who could it be? You know, if you think everything through...
Could we be missing other suspects?
Malus, the suspect, is knowledgeable even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes. Malus, we need far more solid
He's
proof
really good.
before we can
As a
hope to go
bonding
charging
damage dealer,
on.
he's really good.
Here you are.
Huh? Aren't you the guy?
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial.
Wasn't that place built specific?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartaglia.
What? Is that...
Yeah, we know him.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
Wait, how? None of our investigations have had anything to do with him.
Hello. Emily is really good with burning damage.
That's what I thought was strange about if the charge against him.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Since this is a trial, you're right. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up.
We'll help you.
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Demoiselle.
Malou, Silver.
We heard that it's our hope that...
See you then. Now that Navia has set out for Aranias, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over.
A stroke of good luck, and a very welcome one. If these items are unclaimed, we may take them without controversy.
Stop right there!
Don't tell me it's related to that.
Check this out!
Oz, revealed!
Into the shadows. First to find gets to stake their claim. Seems fair.
Bro. Yes, Furina. Yes, definitely. Ricky Sucos. Ready doesn't exist. 8, 9, 4, 6, 4, 9. Okay, you have given a wrong UID. Hassan. That's a wrong UID. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 3, 2, 2, 4, 9. Yeah, it's a wrong UID doesn't exist. Let me see. in the Inca. Yeah, UID is wrong. Even Inca network is not accepting it. Well, finally guys, we have reached 860 subs guys. Now 870 subs target guys. We can definitely do it guys, 870 subs. Okay, now it's okay. Here 55. Fabulous audio using good. 69, 160, okay, good enough. 175 energy is just good enough. 4 piece golden troop, okay. That is a good Furina F2P Furina build, bro. That's a good F2P Furina build. Good. Not bad. That's a good F2P Furina build. Okay guys, with that we have progressed a lot guys. So let's stop here for a timing guys, and let's see you all again tomorrow. If possible, we'll see you all again tomorrow guys, okay? With that, bye guys, stay safe and peace guys. See you all next time and guys, and bye. See you all next time. That was, the Fountain Quest is really good. I have to definitely have to say the Fountain Quest is good.